She's right there. Good morning. Who's ready for the news? So we need to welcome our new church administrator. Nancy Zacharias will be in the office Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The library will be open on the same hours. And she can be reached. Pick up your announcements. The number and email are there, because if I tell you, you're going to forget it anyway. Scam alert. Many of us are receiving texts or emails requesting the purchase of gift cards. I got one on the text. Anybody else? Ignore them. They appear to be from Reverend Rod. They're scams. Reverend Rod would never ask anyone for this, so disregard them, move them to your junk folder, report as spam. I told the guy I was reporting him to the Las Cruces Police Department, never heard anything else back from him. The mindfulness group will continue to meet weekly only on Tuesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. New location will be in the RE Building Great Room. It's a drop-in program, is open to anyone who wants to participate, UU or not. There will be no formal leader except the person ringing the chime, and donations are welcome to help support the UU expenses. Any questions? Contact Carol Allen. Today in the Tombaugh Gallery, the show Roditi Whimsy, featuring the work of Martha Roditi, continues through Sunday, May 26th. The gallery will be now open Friday through Sunday after the opening and no longer on Thursdays. The hours remain from 10 to 2 Friday, Saturday 11:30 to 2, and please stop by the gallery after the church service. We have a new UUCLC program, a support group for vegans, vegetarians, and those wishing to reduce consumption of meat and dairy. Vegan Las Cruces will meet the first and third Thursday of each month from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at the UUCLC, again in the Great Room. Next meeting will be held on May 16th. You can contact Dave Steele for more information. And Visioning Action Day is coming up. Don't forget there'll be a Visioning Action Day after services on Sunday, May 19th. Where all who participated in the Visioning Casita meetings will help identify the most important ideas to tackle first and determine who wants to help. A light lunch will be served, and please save that date. So even if you missed out on a Casito meeting and you have ideas about where we need to go in the future, be sure to visit us there on that Visioning Day. Roundtable meets after the church service, currently in the church library, and on Zoom, Sundays from 11:45 to 12:45. Zoom link is in your announcements if you want to go on through Zoom. There's no roundtable today because we're going to be doing the maypole out there after the service. Peace Village returns to the UUCLC this fall. The camp has been postponed until the fall. More information or to get involved, contact Svea Peterson. Again, the email is on your announcements, and Sandra Barmacue. And that's all the news I've got for this lovely morning. Yes, if you would, please, because we need to be able to get back and forth here. Oh, and the final reminder, it's usually Catherine that says, put your phone on worship mode, please.
Good morning, and welcome. I hope you're ready for a wonderful service and some great singing, some chants, and those kinds of things. And the first one is, Oh Great Spirit. The words will be on the monitor, and I'll start us off. And feel free to make your own percussion with your keys or your thigh or whatever, if you want to sort of help the heartbeat as we go. And I invite you to rise and bow to your spirit as we sing this together. and all around me. Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me. Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me. Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me. You around me.
Okay, so merry meet, my friends. My name's Kevin. I'll be your service associate today. And does everybody know what day it is? Cinco de Mayo, of course. Everyone knows that one. The celebration of the great victory on the way to Mexican independence from France. There are also some other obscure holidays associated with this date. Today is also May Day for mutts. No, it's not an emergency broadcast for mixed breeds. May Day for Mutts is a special holiday celebrated on the first Sunday of May to spread love and acceptance of mixed breed dogs. Hi, Bambi. The day encourages adoption procedures from animal shelters to give more of these adorable animals a home. So, any Star Wars fans out here today? So how many of you celebrated the Jedi yesterday? May the 4th be with you. Well, today we celebrate the dark side with the revenge of the 5th. So keep those chuckles rolling, because today is World Laughter Day. Celebrated every year on the first Sunday of May. Shrill or funny, giggly or bubbly, on this day, let out your laughter and laugh to your heart's content. We want you to spend your life with laughter and joy. Did you know that laughter decreases stress? By laughing, the brain releases endorphins, which makes one feel happy. So do not let anyone dampen your day, and laugh as much as you want today and every day. So good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Las Cruces. We welcome those of you who are in the sanctuary this morning, especially the children, and those who are joining us via streaming technology. Our minister is Reverend Rod Thompson. He will not be officiating today. Cassie Callway and Ashley Smith will be sharing our service leader roles. Our director of music is Catherine Massey. She is joined by the world-renowned choir. Our director of religious education is Kelly Ingram. Assisting us are Elwin Nunn on camera, Claire Neal Wallace on audio, and our tech wizard, Mike Yazko, keeps our service flowing smoothly and monitors our social media connections. Jillian Lang and Diane Lee created this lovely altar for us today. Our greeters, you've already met them, I'm sure, but they are Jean Gilbert, Linda Rogers, and Cindy Backman. Hospitality is offered today by the Seekers Covenant Group, and we're all delighted to be with you today. So if you're visiting us today, we'd like to meet you. If you're in the sanctuary, please rise in body or spirit. Introduce yourself by telling us your name and where you're from. But wait a moment till I bring the mic to you. So do we have any visitors in the sanctuary this morning? Yay. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I'm visiting from the Houston area. My mom and grandmother live around here, but I have belonged to a Unitarian church as long as I could remember.
Welcome. Do we have any other visitors today?
Good morning. My name is Socorro Perez, and this is my first time here. And I'm here with my daughter and my granddaughter.
Welcome.
I'm Susan Richards, and this is my spouse, Rex Myers. We live in Socorro, belong to the fellowship there, and wanted to see what this was all about.
Welcome. If you like it, you're going to have to make that trip down here every Sunday now. Anyone else like to visit us or? Okay. So do we have anybody on streaming technology there? No? No newbies. Okay, well, thank you. We're pleased you've joined us today for our service. Please fill out a visitor's card in the lobby and send your email so we can invite you to other services or activities here at the church. Same thing goes for any of you shy visitors that didn't want to get up and get on the microphone. Would you please fill out a visitor's card and we can keep in touch that way. Unitarian Universalism has no creed or dogma. We are a covenant-based church, meaning that we agree to live in relationship with each other according to the Unitarian Universalist principles and our congregation's covenant of right relations. We embrace diversity in all its forms. Everyone is welcome. You can learn more about our church at our website, UUCLC.org. Be sure you get the church in there instead of just the C, otherwise they send you to Lake County in California. Please join us after the service for coffee and conversation inside or outside the RE building just down the breezeway. So we're ready to light our chalice now. Ignacio will be assisting us here. As we light our chalice, so we gather our spirit and harvest our power, echoing the words of hymnist Jim Scott. Gather the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing are laid in store. Nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. May our separate fires kindle one flame as we gather in this circle, bringing our stories, our reflections, our hopes, and our hurts. May our chalice flame lead light and promise for our time together.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Just want to say that, believe it or not, there are some very quiet and more introverted pagans than me. So if you see someone wearing one of these, or maybe a pointy hat, or a cool outfit, or just looks like a face it's not familiar, that's probably a CUPS member who's come and popped in for church today. So somebody stop, say hello, make sure that they know that they're welcome. And there will be a whole lot more pointy-hatted people about 11 o'clock. So I am not the pagan spokesperson for the world, but I'm probably the loudest. So our opening words this morning. I embrace the union of opposites, masculine and feminine, light and shadow. Today I seek connection, celebrate life, and honor the sacred dance within. I let the passion bloom like the Beltane flowers, and may my heart be a sun that lights up the world. So mote it be.
For our opening hymn or song, we're going to call the directions with it. It's a little bit tricky unless you've memorized the song, because the words are up there, but we're supposed to face the different directions. So here's what I invite you to do is I'm going to invite us to bow to the direction and then sing the verse that calls that, and then turn and bow and sing, okay? And we're going to start with north. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit. And let's bow to the north.
Sorry. Totally don't know my directions. Sorry.
Sit down. Join me in saying our church's affirmation of covenant and singing the doxology in English and Spanish. Words will be on the screens. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we government with one another. From all that dwell below the skies, let songs of hope and faith arise. Let peace, goodwill on earth be sung, through every land and every tongue. De todos bajo el gran sol, surja esperanza, fe, amor, verdad, beleza y la canción, de cada tierra, cada voz. Now we can relax. Kelly?
Everybody looks so good. Good morning, church. This morning I will be reading The Grumpy Fairies. Deep in the depths of the forest, beneath rustling leaves and the winding roots of trees, live the fairies. I expect that you think fairies are good and kind and sweet. Well, most of them are. These helpful fairies take care of the forest, keeping it wild and green and happy, and they love the work that they do. But I'm sorry to have to tell you that some fairies, especially the littlest ones, are grumpy.
I mean super grumpy. I mean foot stompy, frowny, bottom lip sticky outy kind of grumpy. And when the fairies are grumpy, well, they're not very helpful at all. They don't want to take the snails for a walk. Boring. They don't want to water the wildflowers. That's what the rain is for. And they definitely don't want to sweep away the hedgehog poop. Gross. In fact, these jobs make them even more grumpy. So grumpy that they stomp off into the forest. Good morning, says the birds to the little fairies. What a lovely day. Would you like to help us find twigs for our nests? No, say the fairies. We can't see any twigs anyway. The birds shake their heads and say, well, you had better watch out. There's a big goblin about today. He's got stinky feet, and the lunch he loves best is... But the fairies weren't listening. They wadded on through the forest. Hello there, says the bees to the little fairies. How lovely to have company today. Would you like to help us collect nectar from the flowers? No, say the fairies. Nectar is too sticky. The bees shake their heads and say, well, you had better watch out. There's a big goblin about the forest today. He's got big, hairy hands, and the lunch he loves best is... But the grumpy fairies still weren't listening, and deeper into the forest they went. Well, good morning, says the mouse to the little fairies. Isn't the sun beautiful today? Would you like to help me collect acorns for my burrow? No, say the grumpy fairies. I hate acorns. It's too hot. They're too hard to find. Mouse shakes her head and says, well, you had better watch out. There's a goblin about in the forest today. He's got big white teeth, and the lunch he loves the best is... But the grumpy fairies had already gone. Now, the problem with being grumpy is that it's a full-time job. So if you're being grumpy, you might not notice big stinky feet, or big hairy hands, or big white teeth until it's too late. It's a goblin! Ah! And everyone knows that goblins' favorite lunch is grumpy fairies. They have a particular taste, sour and sweet at the same time. Good morning, says the goblin. Would you be so kind as to help me with my midday meal? Well, the fairies start to shake, but luckily, they are as grumpy as they are clever. They take a deep breath and say, oh, we would love to. I'm a wonderful cook. Lunch is yummy. Happy to help. Your skin looks great. The goblin is not very pleased. But you're not grumpy at all. I hate sweet, sickly, syrupy, helpful fairies. They don't taste good. I don't want to eat you at all. And off the goblin stomps back into the forest. Phew, say the fairies. They are so relieved that on their way home, they don't mind helping mice find acorns, or bees collect nectar, or birds find twigs. It turns out that being helpful really isn't that bad. Maybe tomorrow, the fairies will get all their jobs done without the grumps. But then again, who knows how they feel when they wake up in the morning.
One of the ways we support one another in community is through the sharing of joys, sorrows, and milestones. In these challenging times, it is crucial that we make attempts to stay connected to one another. So if you have a joy, a sorrow, or a milestone you would like to share with the congregation this morning, please raise your hand and I will bring the mic to you. You can state your name and what is in your heart. Do we have any joys, sorrows, or milestones?
New member dinner yesterday. It was a real joy.
Glad you enjoyed it. We have any more joys or sorrows to share today?
Hello, I'm Claire. I have a joy / milestone, I guess. As some of you know, I've been working as a field director and social media manager for Dr. John Hill's campaign, and recently I received an opportunity with the Gabe Vasquez campaign to work as a field organizer for them in the general election. So.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Lisa Stevens, and I just want to let the congregation know that I got in touch with Judy Holmes the other day. And she's doing really well, living in Jacksonville, Florida, and she's very happy there.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Lena, and my joy is, as you guys can see, we got our grandson back. And thanks to a lot of the members from the congregation, we're going to keep him back this time, no matter what his dad says. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Charlie? Nah.
Well, that was a sorrow, I think. It is for me anyway. I'm Charlie Scholes. I'm a cartoonist, and I wanted to remind you that this is National Cartoonist Day. So I thought of something funny to say, but, well, I'd have to draw it for you. So.
How are we doing? Anybody else have something they'd like to share today? There we go. Oh. Jerry?
I'm Jerry Natchison. I have a sorrow. I know many of you have been asking about Jody the last couple of weeks. She's doing her best and she wants to be back. She will be here. It's just a matter of time. Thanks.
I'm Lucy Silva, and I also attended the new member dinner last night, and it was wonderful to meet all new people and just have a chance to exchange information and greetings and love. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Member Jenny Herrick fell and broke her arm. I had to put down my 19-year-old cat this week, kidney disease. And I'm taking a road trip leaving Wednesday to go to my grandson's graduation from college.
Are we through up here now?
Well, I've been fighting for about 2 years to keep full custody of my little girl, and this past Thursday, we went to court and we're still able to keep full custody of her. So I'm really blessed to have that.
Everybody got their shares done? Some people keeping their shares to themselves today? So I'm going to light this candle for the joys and sorrows expressed today and for those of you who hold in your hearts. We all hold hopes, dreams, wounds, and worries in our hearts. Remembering this, Let us treat each other with patience and love. There we go. And I think it's your turn.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley. Last year I did a reading as well, and I've been asked to do another reading this year. So it's about Beltane, of course. It's what we're here to celebrate today as one of our as our first fire festival of the year for us pagans. So I'll just dive right in on a poem / reading by Raven Willowrune, if you're interested. Mayday brings a startling sight. Lambs all giddy, skip with delight. Bees are buzzing around the flower, bunnies hopping in and out of the bower. The god and goddess now are one. The time for meeting has now come. The days grow longer, a shorter night. Time to bask in the sun king's light. Join in the fan, dance and sing. Forget the cares that worries bring. Now is the time to leap the fire and attain what you truly desire. Wicker men are set up high, burnt to send wishes to the sky. May queens paraded through the town, white hawthorn flowers adorn the crown. Dancing round the maypole faster, children prone in fits of laughter. Ribbons of red, of white, symbolism of the sacred rite. Beltane brings the passion to grow, to reap the benefits of seed we sow. Beltane blessings to each one, blessings from the God of Sun. That's it.
Doing things just a little bit differently. We've sung all of these things before, but did you know that there are like 5 hymns in a row in that teal hymnal that you can sing all at the same time? I thought we would try singing a couple at a time. We're going to sing Ancient Mother and Mother I Feel You, and then pick one of those, whichever one you want, to sing while the other half of the group sings the second one. Okay, so just pick one and enjoy. And it's probably going to be easier if you're seated. Except choir people, choir has to stand. Cooperative. Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Mother, I feel your laughter. Ancient Mother, I taste your tears. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ya hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Mother, I hear your laughter. Ancient Mother, I taste your tears. Ancient Mother, I hear you calling. Ancient Mother, I hear your song. Ancient Father, I taste your tears.
Good morning again. So before I get started with the homily, I just want to say how grateful I am for my community and that they came out today to support the church and to mingle and for everybody to get to know everyone. And that I appreciate that they have a deep understanding of my complete fear of fairies. So Ashley just told me to take a breath during the last story. So my Irish grandmother really told you to be super scared of anything small. So I have a real deep, fairies are not my favorite things. So the homily today is called Hail the Queen of the May. Hail the Queen. It's not me. Although at Beltane, there were several chants from Rhiannon and Oak of Queen Cass. I took as far steps back as I could. I do not want to be the May Queen in any way, shape, or form. But the May Queen is an important person in this holiday. And I've gone at this for several years as a fertility ritual, which is important. Darkness into light, which is also important. But I also think that the concept of what the May Queen means and how important that she is something that we need to talk about because we've never really touched on it. So we took a whole bunch of people who'd never been to Beltane before up with us this year. So some people got their first view of the pole going up, the digging of the hole, blessing the Yanni, the whole thing. So I was really looking to see that through fresh eyes, because sometimes you just get in a little bit of a rut. But the May Queen, she rides into the middle of the circle on the May pole. Now this May pole is gigantic, all right? Ours is gonna look like a straw when we go out there to put it up compared to this. And she rides in on the maypole, and as she rides in, it's the May Queen. We respect her. She was picked by the last group. She comes in, she meets the May King. They do a little ritual, and then they walk around and pick whoever they decide should be the next royal couple. And it's picked by feeling. It's picked by intuition. It's picked by energy. So this year we have His Royal Majesty Rudy and His Royal Majesty Stephen. So we have two May Kings this year. So that was pretty cool. First time I'd ever seen it, but I guess not the first time it's ever happened. First time I've ever seen it. May Queen symbolizes what is to come. She comes back and she brings summer, right? She brings light. She brings happiness. She lifts us. She brings joy. And the person who represents her this year was an incredibly beautiful person in all ways. Very engaging in the community, very much wanted to be a part of everybody, wanted to know you, wanted to know who you were. But it's important that she, or the royal couple, represents what Beltane is about. Pagans in New Mexico meet twice a year. Once at Beltane, or Mabon, right before it starts to get dark and cold. Well, it's not cold for us down here, but it was sure cold up there. And then once in the spring. So when pagans would gather at Mabon and Samhain, they prepare to go in because it's going to be cold. You have to store all your food. You have to store everything. You have to be prepared because some people are not going to come out the other side of winter, right? Some of us who have seasonal affective disorder, it's not that bad. We're not going to starve. But winter can be rough, and the dark can be rough, and the dark time is depressing, And now coming home at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and it's already dark. Can be really depressing. It really weighs on you. Then it starts to get lighter and lighter and lighter, and then boom, it's summer. And boy, did summer come quick. Not up there, but it did down here. It's hot. We had sleet, rain, and snow. So every Beltane and all the villages where it's celebrated, they have a bale fire. So the bale fire, they have 2 on one side, and they walk their animals through it, and it gets the animals, it blesses them to be prepared for spring. So that they produce milk, so that they produce calves, so that there's meat to be prepared for the next dark time. There's also a bale fire you can jump over, and you do that for yourself. So this lady's way too old to do the jumping of the bale fire. Walking between, much better. But even then, it was way too cold. So, but you could stand on any village and look out and see all the bale fires everywhere. For every community having their Beltane celebration. The excitement, the joy, the knowing that everyone else wants the same thing for their people that you want, because they have the exact same celebration, the exact same fire. And you would see them on all the hilltops and all over, mostly in Ireland, but in other British Isles countries as well, and other places where it's celebrated. Just knowing that that is what people are preparing for, that they're ready, that things are coming, good things are coming, the sun is coming out. We're gonna see our people again. And that's what this Beltane meant for me. I have not been to one in a really long time. It really gave me a lot of energy to be there. It really made me feel more connected to the community. I'm really hoping that we'll get more CUPS members up there next year, because it really was just a beautiful, beautiful celebration. Today outside, we're gonna put up the maypole. Now this maypole is huge. It takes a couple hundred people, I think, to put it up, right? It's gigantic. The mixing of the colors, the twining of the community, the people taking turns, the music, the laughter, the enjoyment, and the snow was all part of the experience. They have never had one of these things in April where they haven't had snow. So it's called Snowtane. So, but it was an incredibly beautiful and wonderful experience. What I want to let you all know is we can all be the May Queen, right? We can all be the May Queen because we can all carry the light. We all carry the light. We all carry the warmth. We all carry the dreams and aspirations and hope for our people, no matter who this church community, my pagan community, Las Cruces, New Mexico, the world. We are the light. It's important that we carry that into this time. And I know that here we like to come, oh, it's so hot. Like my daughter's here from North Carolina. Oh, it's so hot, it's so hot. She's like turning red. Oh, it's so hot, it's so dry and hot. But we could have worse. We could have no sun, right? We have air conditioning. We could have rain, more rain than we could ever possibly handle, like the Houston area right now, right? So let's take our light, let's take our warmth, let's take our sun, let's put that somewhere for us in our hearts, out in the world, however you want to do it, and carry it with you. And put that flower crown on, prance, go out, pick your next year. May, please, I don't want to be it. Let's do it though. Let's go out, and then when I come back here next year for Beltane, maybe instead of having 10 CUPS members, we'll have 15 or more. And maybe some of you guys want to come up and have Snowtane. And see what it's really like. For us to do this maypole out here is such a small version of what you would see. When you see those bell fires burning and everybody out there just enjoying themselves, it's something that you just can't even possibly imagine. It's a wonderful, beautiful experience. So let's all be the May Queen or King or whatever you want to be. And we'll say, "Hail the May Queen, hail the May King, hail the May Royals." And if you're brave enough, if someone says, "Hail the Royal Hiney," you can moon them, because that also happens. So I want to thank you all for coming out. I want to really invite you to please come out and at least watch. If you can't do the maypole, you're going to get to see a whole bunch of adults try to figure out geometry and how things work and how to count off and what over and under means. It's going to be chaotic. If you need something to get through the rest of your week, this will be the site for the day for you. So come out and participate. Come out and watch. The Laughter Day, yes. Hey, perfect, World Laughter Day. Bunch of adults looking like, who knows what we're going to look like out there. Stooges. So come on out and at least watch. Please feel always welcome to come to anything that CUPS is doing. We have some beautiful ritual ceremonies. We have some very interesting classes. Everybody is always welcome, okay? Come anytime that you want. We would love to have you part of our community. Thank you.
That CUPS meeting that you referred to is generally on the second Saturday of the month. Third. That's right, we just did second, didn't we? Okay, the third Saturday, so. And it's down here in the RE. 6 o'clock we have a little potluck, and 7 o'clock either the education or ritual. So the operation and outreach of our church needs your input and your contributions. This is the perfect time to think about what you can give back. In a moment, the greeters will pass among you with the offering baskets. Please give generously. Before they do that, I should remind you that we support organizations identified by the Social Justice Committee with our Change for Change program. This quarter's recipient for our Change for Change donations is CASA. That's the court-appointed special advocates that help foster kids transition as they get out of the court system. You can give them by putting your change in the basket or by writing Change for Change on the note line of your check. Please give generously.
Now a whispered
Remember what we did earlier? We've got two more we can do this with. Evening Breeze and The Earth is Our Mother. And so we'll sing one and then the other, and then you pick whichever one you want to keep on singing. Evening breeze. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let me slow that down a little bit. Evening breeze. I'm sorry. It's gonna be too fast if we do. The earth is our mother. Evening breeze, like that. Evening breeze, spirit song sings to me when the day is long. Mother Earth, awaken me with the heartbeat of the sea. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young, young. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young, young. The earth breeze, spirit song sings to me when the day is done. Mother Earth awakens me with the heartbeat of the sea. The evening breeze, spirit song sings to me when the day is done. Mother Earth awakens me with the heartbeat of the sea.
Hello again. So I've been volunteered to do the closing words today. But we also, as part of our CUPS group, we have a tradition. For each of our Sabbaths, we have our broom, who I believe is about 12 years-ish old, or around that time. As pagans, we're not very good timekeepers. But as part of our tradition, we tie a new ribbon at each of our Sabbaths, in each of our that we celebrate with our CUPS group. Since we have many of our members here today and we're celebrating with you all today, Cassie's tying a Beltane ribbon on for our celebration to mark that we gathered and celebrated. Thank you, Cassie. Some ribbons are tiny, some are big. There's a hair scrunchie on there.
And at some point, there was a broom.
Yes. It sort of peeks out on the end. You can sort of see. But it has been with the CUPS group, from what I understand from the very beginning. I've only been a member for a few years now, but it's been a very welcoming experience, very welcoming community. And so anybody who's interested in joining, like Kevin stated, we meet the third Saturday of the month. There's only a couple of times a year that we don't meet that. Usually it's for a service like this, or Yule we spend with the church as well, which is on Yule, which is December 21st. We also, if you're interested in pagans, we do have a divinity gathering and fundraising we'll be doing May 19th, sorry, wrong month, May 19th. For anybody that's interested, we do have a website. It's on our CUPS page as well. So I'm going to go over, as part of my closing words, a brief history of Beltane. It's kind of like Cassie alluded to, it's historically been a fertility celebration. So I'm going to go over and read what I have written up and hopefully answer some questions or inspire more questions for you to come up to one of us and ask and learn a little bit more about how we celebrate and why we do it. What is a maypole and how is it used? You've probably seen a maypole dance at one point or another, whether you know what a maypole is beyond its self-evident status as, a pole. But the maypole and the decorating of said pole has roots in the ancient pagan festival, celebrating the beginning of the pastoral summer season. Through the origin of the practice of wrapping a tall pole in ribbon and woven tree branches, it's difficult to pin to a specific time and place. Historians agree that the maypole began as part of the pagan May Day festival, known as Beltane, in the UK and Ireland, and Walpurgis, which is actually the night before Beltane, in Germanic European countries. The maypole dance was almost definitely a fertility rite meant to symbolize the union of the masculine and the feminine, which is a major theme in May Day celebrations. Across a historical pagan footprint, the pole is made from a young tree, cut down when its trunk reached the proper height for performing the duties as a maypole. The pole, as you may have guessed, is the masculine part of the equation for this springtime tradition. Then, during the festivities, villagers would dance around the pole, weaving through each other while wrapping the maypole in ribbon and foliage. Those would be the feminine qualities, in the hopes of bringing fertility to the livestock in the land and the people living off of it. Maypole dances have been viewed as scandalous at various points throughout history, largely in the 18th and 19th centuries, and were even banned in 1644 by British Parliament, described by self-described Puritan Moses. No offense to the actual Moses. Oliver Cromwell, as a heathenish vanity, generally abused to superstition and wickedness. But today, May Day revealers are free to practice their tradition anywhere they please. We invite you all to stick around after we close out the ceremony and decorate and put up said maypole. Like Cassie said, it is a lot of fun, and there'll be dancing and drumming, and you'll see more of us out there, and it's a lot of fun. It will definitely brighten your day if you choose to stick around. Hope to see you guys out there.
Well, thank you for sharing, Cassie and Ashley. And now it's time to extinguish the flame. So will you please join me in saying the words to extinguish the flames? The words will be on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts till we are together again.